Good afternoon and welcome to COVID Conversations with the community. My name is Billy Ferguson. I'm with Franklin County Department of Public Safety. I serve as the director there, and I'm trying to get my mask on straight here. So just wanted to talk to you about COVID today, and also I think you can call in with any questions or email in any questions. We'll try to answer those. As you know, we've been locked down for a while with the COVID-19 virus, and currently, as of today, there were 23 positive cases in Franklin County. Now, I want to say that when you see that, not all those cases are still active cases. The way they're done is once you go through the quarantine and recover from the virus, it's still marked as a positive case. So even though if you check the VDH website today and it says 23 cases, not all those cases are still active. As public safety, what our job is we monitor the emergency management. We also respond to fire EMS calls and animal control calls and the like. So what is public safety doing during this time? Well, our operations have been impacted some. Recently we had a burn ban on. And we got some questions to why that burn ban was on. And the reason was it wasn't because of lack of rain, it was because we didn't want to expose our volunteer firefighters to potential of catching the COVID virus. Can you imagine if we sent somebody out to a controlled burn that a citizen had called in not knowing it was controlled, and one of our volunteers picked up the COVID virus and spread it back to the whole department? It could be devastating to our volunteers. So that was the real reason for that until we got some safeguards in place. So what are some of the safeguards we're doing? One is wearing masks when we're on calls, or what we like to call PPE, your personal protective equipment. And this mask, gloves, hand sanitizer, we have eye protection, face protection, and when I say face protection, I'll give a shout out to the Franklin County Library and their wonderful staff down there. When this COVID virus came about, you know, we had a small supply of PPE, but not a lot, and it was just nearly impossible to get it. Well, the library, Allison Berry and her staff stepped up, and whether you're aware of it or not, they have a 3D printer there, and they were able to print masks for our providers. So that was just tremendous, and we're really proud of that. I'd like to thank the Franklin County Library and that tremendous staff for doing that for us. PPE's gotten a little better now, and we do have a larger supply of it right now. And again, that's gowns, goggles, face mask, eye protection, face protection, and the like. So should you call 911? Absolutely. If you need 911 services, call them as always, and we'll respond out. If you do have COVID symptoms, we do ask that you contact your family doctor first and just explain to them, you know, some of the signs and symptoms you may have. You know, that can be done over the phone. A lot of your doctors now have telehealth. It can be done. Some of the symptoms: cough, shortness of breath, fever, chills, muscle aches, sore throat, loss of taste or smell. And that's just a few of the symptoms. There's many others out there. You know, when it first came about, travel was one of the questions, and now that's not really so important. That community spread is involved. How is it spread? It's spread through respiratory droplets. That's the idea of wearing the mask. You know, good hand hygiene. Make sure you're washing your hands for at least 20 seconds with a good soap and warm water. That doesn't mean just let some water run on your hands. You need to rub them together, create some friction, wash them vigorously for at least 20 seconds. Wear gloves if you're out and about and you're touching a lot of things, you know, steering wheels, you know, use that hand protection. Some folks like to use the alcohol-based hand sanitizer, and that is good, and we do that. I have it in my car right now. And we do that, but that's not a substitute for soap and water. So if soap and water is available, absolutely use that for at least 20 seconds before wash your hands vigorously. If it's not available, then hand sanitizer will certainly be better than nothing. Another good thing is social distancing. Try to make sure you stay at least 6 feet from somebody. If you've been out and about to the grocery store out, you see that that's really encouraging that. Some places even have marked it on the floor. And that's one of the things in the fire and EMS world, the public safety world, that we're seeing. We're not having any classes right now. Our facility is secure. You cannot get into it. It's not open to the public, and we encourage the volunteer fire and EMS stations to do the same thing to protect our folks. It's not that we don't want to see you and do business with you. It's just we want to protect our folks. It protects you also. We get a lot of exposure to this stuff. So we want to protect you also. If you do have questions or concerns with public safety, fire and EMS, feel free to call our office at 483-3091, or you can email us. My email address is william.ferguson@franklincountyva.gov, or like I said, give our office a call. We'll be more than glad to help you answer any questions. It's for that. Also, you'll notice the county has asked that you also give a call or an email there. The County Government Center at 1255 Franklin Street is open, but the individual offices are secure. So if you need to do business, we would prefer and ask that you do it by phone or email. But if you must stop, the offices have set up desks and tables and chairs outside the office and have drop boxes that you can fill out forms. If you need a building permit, you can fill that out. If you need to see the voter registrar, you can do that outside the office. And that will continue right now for the near future. So the other thing to remember is we get a lot of questions about local businesses. We do encourage you to support your local businesses. A lot of your restaurants are still open and providing services. I saw a TV commercial last night. It said the restaurant may be closed, but the kitchen is open. So, make sure to support your local businesses because they are taking a hit in this time. So order out, go through the drive-thru, pick it up. A lot of them have curbside services, and you can order your food and pick it up and take it home. And not only do you get a good, nutritious meal, but you're supporting our local businesses. Again, good hand washing, social distancing, wearing masks, gloves if you have them, hand sanitizer. We give a shout out to Liquid Performance Products. We purchased a lot of hand sanitizer for them. Another thing that we've been doing from a public safety standpoint is we have a mobile food trailer now to assist folks that have been laid off from work or furloughed from work and may be having some issues with food supply. Is that in collaboration with United Way and Next Hall Trailers, Franklin County Schools, Franklin County Parks and Rec, we have a mobile food trailer that's going around to different parts of the county 5 days a week and providing a bagged lunch meal each day. So if you need a meal, stop at that mobile trailer Monday through Friday, and it's in different areas of the county. On Mondays, it's at Ferrum Elementary School from 1 to 2. On Tuesdays, it's at Henry Elementary School, 1 to 2. On Wednesdays, it's at Glade Hill Elementary School, 1 to 2. On Thursdays, it's at Callaway Elementary School, 1 to 2. And on Fridays, it's at Heavenly Manna in Rocky Mount from 1 to 2. So stop by and pick up a bag lunch there. It's absolutely free. The only thing we ask you is your name and address, and that's just for demographic keeping. And we'll give you 1, 2 meals, ever how many you need to get you through. And we've had excellent reception to that, and we'd like to thank our partners in that. Again, Franklin County Schools, Franklin County Parks and Rec, Healthy Franklin County Public Safety, Next Hall Trailers. I'm sure I left somebody out, but those are some of the partners in that. So stop by those locations and pick up a meal. Another good resource to go to is the Virginia Department of Health website. They have set up a website that's specifically with corona virus. And Nancy Bale, I think, has been on this show a couple times and provided some really good insight. Along with, again, what we're doing at 3 o'clock on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we conduct a conference call with all the department heads and some other stakeholders such as the school system, Ferrum College, Town of Rocky Mount, Town of Boones Mill, internally to discuss where we're at, where we need to go, and how we can stay out in front of Corona or COVID-19 as we move forward. On Monday nights at 7:15, we do a conference call with all our volunteer fire and EMS leadership. We talk to our chiefs, our captains to go over how to protect our folks. Another thing we're doing is we have, each time we run a call, we have to completely sanitize our trucks. And we've got machines that we've done some modifications on, and we sanitize our trucks after each call, which can take about an hour to do. It adds a little bit, but it's for the safety of our employees, our volunteers, and our citizens. On Thursday nights at 7:15, we do a conference call to all our staff, volunteers and career staff alike, and we basically discuss the same thing we did on Monday, except we're doing it with the entire group now to make sure we're doing everything we can to protect our folks and protect the public and still provide the necessary and essential service that public safety is charged with doing. So, been going for a couple minutes. I think we may need to go to a break right now, and I'll check to see if we have any questions, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Welcome back to COVID Community Conversations. Again, I'm Billy Ferguson. I serve as the Director of Public Safety for Franklin County. And have got a couple questions from citizens that came in. One question was, are we still taking volunteers? Absolutely. We're always taking volunteers, and that be whether you want to volunteer as a firefighter, volunteer as an EMS provider, or now we're going through COVID. If you want to volunteer in helping us with a mobile food trailer, if you have some time and you want to volunteer, we have a place for you. And I like to expand that out to not just running fire calls and EMS calls, but maybe you want to give some time back, but you don't have the time to take the fire class or the EMS classes, but you could help mow the grass at the fire stations, or maybe you could come by once a week and wash the fire trucks or wash the ambulances. We have a place for you for there. So don't think just because maybe you're not cut out to run EMS calls, run fire calls, that we don't need you, because we do need you. We can always use volunteers. So be sure to email me at our office at Franklin County VA, or you can call our office at 483-3091. That's 483-3091, and we can help you out with that. Or you can go on our website at fcpublicsafety.com and go to the volunteer link, and you can fill out your application right there. So there's several different ways to do that, but absolutely we are taking volunteers. think the next question came in was what to expect when someone calls 911. What do they think? Well, we'll respond out to whatever your needs are, but one thing you may see things a little different. We have different priorities of calls that we go through. And one, when you call 911, there's a series of questions that dispatchers will ask you. One is, that, have you been exposed to COVID? Do you have a fever? Some of those things they'll ask you. And that gives us a little guidance on how we can be better prepared. So you may see somebody show up, at minimum is going to have a mask like I have on and gloves. They may have what we call a cartridge mask or an N100, which is basically a face mask with 2 cartridges here. You may see them in a gown. You may see them in goggles. You may see them in what we call Tyvek coveralls. It's based on those questions you answer as to what our provider is going to show up for. And again, that is to protect our providers, but also to protect you. You know, some COVID folks are asymptomatic, which means they do not have symptoms. So I could be COVID positive and not have any symptoms, but be passed it along to you when I come to your home or business. So that's why the importance for us to wear a mask, also not just to protect us, but to protect you also. So, you know, I hope that answers the question for you, but we will be there for you just like always when you call. Another interesting point we thought we would talk about is when COVID we started learning about it, we anticipated our call volume to just, you know, go through the roof, and the opposite has been true. Our call volume, along with surrounding call volumes, we've seen a decrease in that, and I think that's because of the awareness of our citizens and what the Department of Health has got out and local officials have got out, that to again, limit your travel, maintain your social distancing, wash your hands. If you have to call a doctor or you have to visit a doctor, make sure to call first. They may be able to treat you at home or the phone or through telemedicine. And I think that people is really taking the seriousness of this pandemic we're going through and really followed direction. So our call volume is down. For the last month of April is the last call statistics I have, but our calls were down about 100 calls in a month. So that was kind of interesting to us, and I've talked to colleagues around the state, and they're seeing the same thing. Just in case you missed it, earlier I talked about having a burn ban on, and we got a lot of questions that folks would call us and say that it's raining outside, can I do this burn or whatever, and the burn ban was not really put on because of lack of rain. It was put on because of the COVID and to protect our firefighters as best we could. And now that we've kind of come up with a plan and we've got this personal protective equipment out that we had trouble getting, as of 9 o'clock Friday, May 1st, 9 a.m. Friday, May 1st, the burn ban was lifted. So you can do open burning now. We ask that you wait till 9 a.m. in the morning. You do not add anything to it after 9 p.m. It's completely extinguished by midnight. You have a water source at all times, and you remain with it at all times. If you have any questions or you missed part of that, or you have, you know, a lot of times we'll get questions about, well, you know, I'm a contractor and I've pushed down these trees and I've got them piled up and I'm not sure I can have them out by midnight. Give our office a call, 483-3091. Speak to our fire marshal, Jay Mason, or to our assistant fire marshal, Andy Pendleton, and they'll be glad to help you with that. And we'll work with you on that. We want what's best for everybody. So right now, burn ban was lifted effective May 1st at 9 a.m. Still, you know, we caution on burning like days like today where there's a breeze out there, because this can get away from you pretty quick. Again, we'd like to ask you to continue to practice good hand hygiene, good social distancing, support your local businesses. If you have any questions and you didn't have time to call in right now, call our office again at 483-3091 or call 211. Virginia 211 is an excellent source, not just for COVID questions, but for any questions you may have about services that are out there. That's kind of a one-stop shop for that right there. So I think that'll probably wrap it up for today. And again, we'll be back next Wednesday at 12:30 with COVID community conversation. If you have any questions, again, you can email me at william.ferguson@franklincountyva.gov or call our office at 483-3091. And just continue to be safe, practice social distance, good hand hygiene, support our local business, and until next time, have a great day. Thank you.